Hi everybody. Today we are going to tackle a variety of subjects. So hang on to your hats, ladies and gentlemen. This grumpy old lady has a lot to say today. First rant is about Henry Charles Albert David, Prince Harry, Duke of Sussex. And there is a very good reason why I'm calling him by all his names and titles. And then remember, he is also the Earl of Dumbarton and Baron of Kilkeel. So it does not matter whether you are a monarchist or not, whether you like Charles or love Diana, none of it matters. Pretend you are totally ignorant of royalty and base your answers solely on what you have heard and seen from Harry and Meghan, and then you tell me whether you think either or both of them deserve those titles and status which goes with the titles. Just be honest and forget about everything else. Well, that is what I tried to do, and my answer still remains the same. No, he doesn't, and no, they don't. They, or then Harry, has likely not been to Dumbarton or Kilkeel in forever, and they are likely not ever to set foot in Sussex, Dumbarton or Kilkeel ever again. As a matter of fact, Harry has slagged off the entire Britain, his title and his family, before he even met Meghan. And I can play you a number of voice clips to prove it if you want me to, which I have done before, but I can do so again. Like for instance, during the interview in Afghanistan, like the interview to commemorate, I think it was Diana's 20th anniversary of her death or something like that. And those are but two. Now that he is married to Meghan, it has increased tenfold. Remember how approaching London triggers him, how racist everyone is, or unconscious bias, how unfair and deranged the British media is, all coming out of Harry's own mouth, all provable with recordings and video. Remember what came out of Meghan's mouth. Do I have the time now to remind you of it all? No, I don't, but we can do it if you need reminding. Both these people have shattered our image of dukes and duchesses, earls and barons, but most of all of the royal family. Yes, there were horrible dukes and barons and earls and princes and kings in the past. You just need to listen to some of the stories on my other channel. But there had always been certain expectations. We have always expected a certain amount of style, class and decorum, well, at least in public, from these titled individuals. And when they did not behave according to these expectations, there were consequences. Now, we don't behead these people or traitors anymore, but there should be more civilized ways in disciplining them, like taking or removing their titles so they can no longer benefit financially or otherwise from it, and can no longer bring dishonor to their families, their titles, or their counties. Harry and Meghan are doing just that, and have been doing it repeatedly, bringing dishonor to Harry's father and the nation's king, bringing dishonor and shame to the country, and by implication of the titles they hold, to the counties they are titled after. So why isn't it being done? Why are those titles not taken away? I mean, we're not asking the king to order the beheading of his son or even putting him in front of a firing squad or anything like that. We are merely asking him to remove his titles, to remove him from the line of succession, and remove him from a darn website. The man is still going to breathe air every day, is still going to lie and grift, and is still going to make us angry and irritate the living daylights out of us. In other words, he will still be Harry, but at least he won't embarrass the monarchy and Britain anymore, because we will be able to just ignore him and have no further reason to have any interest in him. Those who still want to follow his antics can do so. But those of us who are only interested in him or in them because of their current role in the British and American future can then safely move away and pay attention elsewhere. But you see, maybe that is what the king does not want. Anyway, moving on. So seeing that I did not play the old footage of Harry embarrassing himself and his country in this video again, I'm going to play you something else. This is Harry talking at the mental health event in New York City.
Ryan is sitting there, he's a chicken farmer, he's wearing ostrich boots, and he lives in the middle of nowhere. And yet as a parent, he's somehow expected to navigate his way around social media for his kids.
And just in case the sound wasn't too good, I'm just going to repeat what he said. Ryan is a chicken farmer. He's wearing ostrich boots. He lives in the middle of nowhere, and yet he is apparently somehow expected to navigate his way around social media for his kids. Yes, my friends, those words came out of Harry's mouth. How condescending, what a sick, superior attitude, and how utterly ignorant. Like the person in Canada who wouldn't believe that we have Wi-Fi in South Africa, or then 4 and 5G. And yes, fiber is taking over everywhere. Anyway, here is Harry talking about a chicken farmer wearing ostrich boots. Like such a man would be a total ignoramus. Well, does Harry even know what a pair of ostrich leather boots cost? We are talking $400 to over $1,000. Any chicken farmer who can afford ostrich leather boots has to be rather successful, must have some business acumen, must be able to trade and deal successfully, must have knowledge about the health, the feed, and well-being of his stock and product, because for such a person to buy himself a pair of ostrich leather boots, maintain his farm, and feed his family, he must have more than 10 rescued chickens in his backyard. More chickens, knowledge, and likely education than Harry has. As far as the internet goes, for us who live in remote areas, farmers included, the internet has become a lifeline. It has changed how we work, and in many instances have given many farmers a bigger chance at success. We cannot access doctors and veterinarians 24/7. We cannot always get what we need in our closest town or closest shop. And that is where the internet comes in. Here is a scenario for you. My chickens are making this sound or losing feathers, whatever. Now, let's go ask Dr. Google. Okay, this can be the matter, so add this or that to their feed or water. Okay, so another problem, my local store does not stock it. So let's quickly order it online. Okay, do you see where I'm going with this? As for our children, don't I know all about that? For us to get my grandson to an academic state school would cost us 3,000 Rand per month in bus fee alone. So we decided on homeschooling, for which we need internet and Wi-Fi. Ta-da! At 13, he is teaching me to create AI images. He taught me text to voice and all kinds of things I knew about but was too cautious or lazy to try or teach myself. A little boy who is far more educated about the internet and social media than dipshit Harry. He is far better equipped to handle online bullying and nastiness than the 39-year-old Harry, because he had been taught that those bullies behind a keyboard are cowards hiding in their rooms behind a computer. He learned that less than 1% of them will say the same thing to your face. So when he plays Minecraft or Roblox with friends online, he very quickly puts a bully in his place or kicks him out of the game or report disgusting behavior. We are also accepting our responsibility as adults, and we keep an ear out for inappropriate conversations, etc. So there you go. Harry can F off with his ill-advised preaching and narrative. He has by now peed off nearly everyone, almost the entire England, a large portion of America, well, definitely New York. He's also ticked off lawyers, clergy, journalists, and now also farmers. This man needs to be sanctioned and only let out of his padded cell for visits by an exorcist or a priest for the next 5 years. Harry, in his ignorance, also forgot how social media has improved and made communication with our families and friends so much easier, faster and cheaper, particularly for us country bumpkins, whether we are chicken farmers or not. I think it is time we stop pacifying ourselves with, "Oh, William will sort it out when his time comes." William may not be king for the next 20 years if Charles lives as long as his mother and father. Secondly, Harry is not William's son. He did not raise him to become what he is. His father did. And thirdly, Charles is king now, and Harry and his wife are causing the damage now, and something needs to be done now. I think it is too late to use the word if, but I'm going to say it anyway. I think if the king does not get his act together and separate his son from the monarchy, then it is time we start looking into why he's not doing so. What is really preventing or stopping him? I'm no longer falling for the loving daddy excuse or story. I, unfortunately, know better. I have heard, seen, and read enough to know better. So, King, my dear, do something, or I guess the consequences will show itself without any help or input from a lowly YouTuber. Yes, my friends, we as YouTubers have no power over such matters. So this is not a warning. It is a prediction. Okay, guys, I have to go. I'll have more chapters of Kings and Queens up by this Sunday. I was a bit moody and busy this past week, so definitely not conducive to creative or any kind of writing or anything creative for that matter. I'll post a notice in my community tab as soon as the chapters had been posted. So guys, please take care of yourselves until we meet on the next one. Bye.